People of the Purple Butterfly here, otherwise known as People of 7 on Twitter and YouTube, people elsewhere on the internet. My soaps located at purplebutterfly-soaps.myshopify.com. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. And I'm here to update you on the full lace wig. A big chunk of it I actually finished on the Super Bowl Sunday. And I did the front part of closure, and now I'm literally working the halo of it. And I'm also going to talk to you about combs and brushes and what works for natural hair without causing issues. That's the best way to say it. But anyway, I finished the closure part of it. Those are all single strand, single space knots. So of course the phone size is full and made me delete a whole bunch of stuff so I could continue. Anyway, the closure piece I did in single strand, single space knots. This was the halo that went all the way around when I was mapping my hairline. The video where I told you I was 3 hours in, it stopped right here. So as you can tell, I've done much more since then. And yeah, this part I did during the Super Bowl. Those, well, most of it. This part here I worked on this morning, but this part here, those are double knots, well, no, single knots, double space. So now all I have to do, I'm going to put another side right here. There's videos for all of it. And then all I have to do is work on the halo, back and forth. It's going to literally be a circle going around. Because, yeah, when I finish this side and this little part right here, it'll just be right there. And I have these 2 bundles to go, and this bundle left, and this is the section I'm working with at the moment. So yeah, I have enough to actually finish this time. Now that takes care of the progress with the full lace wig. And as I do each section, I brush it with this Denman wannabe brush, which is basically one of the things I'm going to talk to you is about the brushes. A lot of people have been using Denman brushes to detangle their hair with varying degrees of success. It seems to me the straighter your hair is, the better success you have with a Denman brush, and the curlier your hair is, the more likely that's going to snatch your stuff out. Denmans are made of rubber, and I'm allergic to latex and rubber, which is why the first time I used a Denman brush and it was snatching my hair out and making my scalp sore and all that, it's like, that's not for me. That brush is the devil. So then somebody said, well, you know, that's made of rubber. Ion has a silicone brush that's Denman style. Yeah, that's where I got this one. Instead of orange and, you know, orange rubber base and the bristles spread out, this is pink actually. And I went, oh, well, I like pink. And it's silicone, so it's not supposed to snag and all that. But the format, yeah, it was still causing issues. So now I still use this brush to brush out the synthetic hair as I complete sections of wigs when I make them. But as for using it in my stuff, no. That's a big nasty no-no. What I do use is boar bristle brushes, and it has to be the soft boar bristle. It can't be the really firm one. I have to be able to go like this with either my fingers or my thumb. If it's soft enough to go like that, then it's soft enough for my hair. Boar bristle brushes that are so hard that you go like this and nothing happens is too hard for my hair. That will snatch my strands and, you know, tresses completely out, and then you end up with having to comb out the hair from your brush. And then my favorite, paddle brushes work very well for my hair type. I have 3B, 3C, 4A curly hair. A paddle brush that's, you know, the bristles are wide, doesn't tangle, it detangles as I comb through without an issue. I like natural materials though, so this brush is made of bamboo wood. This part right here, I told them I have an issue with rubber. This is silicone. So yeah, but for most people, they get a bamboo brush and it has a rubber base, they're gonna go, hey. Now this is also similar to the format that my shower brush has, except for the shower brush is completely silicone and plastic, and it works when my hair is completely 100% soaking wet when I'm brushing conditioner through. But if I try to use it while my hair is dry to brush, it's just going to float on top and not penetrate because it's not made to do that. It's a shower brush that's really, really soft, and it's not going to work. I need something that's firm. Now, as you could tell, these bristles will bend, but they're still firm, and it detangles. Now, that brings me to combs. Okay, everybody be getting those hard rubber combs, and that's a good thing if they're wide tooth. When you get a hard rubber comb that's basically what do you call it, like rat tail style, if you don't have straight hair, even if you do have straight hair, a rat tail comb is very fine. That can yank your hair out. So options are, get a wooden, this one's sandalwood, this one's peach wood, but get a wooden comb. This is as fine as my combs get. This is a wide tooth. This one is made of ox horn, so therefore it's firm. And I oil these or soak them in oil, so that way it conditions the material, so that way I don't have to worry about it drying out, splintering, and snagging my hair. But that has kept my hair from breaking off because it's not plastic, it doesn't have a seam, and you might hear the term, use a seamless comb. And what they don't tell you is, in order to not have a seam, it can't be plastic where the mold has the seam right through the center. I'm going to show you something. I made a couple of resin picks, and just the way I poured it into the mold, there's no seams on these either. Okay. Now, these are actually my overflows, because when I make resin projects, sometimes you pour too much resin, so basically I just take the overflow or the leftover resin, which is what I call the overflow, and I put a color in it, maybe some glitter, and then I pour it into a mold. And the last mold was this. There's glitter all the way down this, and then there's only glitter on the front. There's no seams in here. I mean, literally it's one pour, and wherever it stops, the level, that's it. Same with this. There's no seams in between to snag your hair. This one's actually made specifically for curly hair. There's no seams, you know. And if I don't dome it and there's a sharp edge, I have a file to smooth that out, so that way when it goes through my hair, no seams. You want something that does not have a seam if you're going to use a plastic comb or a plastic brush. Because what happens is, okay, say for instance, these are the tines of the comb. If there's a seam right through the middle there, and you're combing your hair, it's slightly splintering and splitting right where that seam is. So every now and then you look up and you go, well, my hair got caught in that comb. And you look up, and when you go to remove your hair from the comb, you'll notice it's literally snagged on, you know. In other words, it's ripping your hair out. If it has a seam, it's bad. If it's made of plastic or some flimsy material, or if it moves with your hair, so when you go to comb, the whole comb bends like this, it's bad. If you're going to use curly hair products, you have to use products that are good for curly hair. A lot of times when people enter the natural hair community and they're embracing their curly hair, they go, oh, well, I seen somebody use this kind, so I'll grab that kind. Don't do it. Everything is not for everybody. What works for this person may snatch your hair out, and what works for that person compared to your hair might be the devil. Okay? I have very dense, very curly hair, but it's kind of fragile. So when I use a brush like Denman, it takes my hair out. If I use a hard boar bristle brush, it snatches my hair out. This brush, okay, right now my hair is braided, okay? This is a soft boar bristle brush. I usually use it while my hair is braided for two reasons. One, that feels so good. It massages your scalp. It smooths the hairstyle, and it doesn't snatch any of my hair, even if I'm brushing against braids, because this is very, very soft. Now, this is the brush I use to make this hairstyle. No way I would put this through my hair and try to brush it, because it's firm. You find what works for your hair and then utilize those materials. And when somebody goes, oh, I wouldn't do that, okay, you wouldn't, but this is what works for me. So when people, you know, say, I wouldn't do that, you shouldn't do this and the other, very politely say, thank you for your opinion, but this is what works for me, and my hair is flourishing, as you can see. Now, especially the person that tells you, oh, don't do this, don't do that, but their hair is broken, hidden, split ends central, and you couldn't tell they're not taking care of it because it's a lot of work to detangle. So I'm just not going to comb it for 3 weeks at a time until it starts to lock, and then they want to complain that it's hard to comb. Yeah, that might be an issue of, you know, using the wrong materials, but then you see the end results of what they're using, and then they tell you about your hair. No, 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 no. If your hair is thriving, your hair is growing, and your hair is not breaking from what you're using, then keep doing what you're doing. And, oh, my butterfly just lifted up. My daughter put butterflies all over my nails, and one of them is lifting up. So it was only there for Valentine's Day, so yeah. But anyway, use what works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then leave it over there in 2021. This is 2022. I challenge everybody to go on a growth journey using products that work for you. If you are the type that washes your hair every day and you're not seeing growth, wash your hair every 2 weeks. Some people wash their hair once a month. If that works for you, go for it. I can't do once a month. My hair literally locks up in 2 weeks. So, and I like the look of locks. I don't like the commitment of locks. So basically I do my hair every 2 weeks. I rinse it every day, but I'm not going to detangle and rebraid it and do blah, 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 blah every single day. No. Every 2 weeks, I might redo my twists, redo my braids, or, you know, go for a different hairstyle, detangle. A lot of times I wash my hair while I'm in the shower, detangle my hair while I'm in the shower. It doesn't take me hours. Basically, I just, put the conditioner through it, drench it with the conditioner, brush and detangle, rinse, put my leave the conditioner directly on it, and let it air dry. And usually it air dries in a curly, well, I wouldn't say bob because my hair is longer in the back, but it shrinks. But basically it's just calmed down into, I call it a prep style because basically that's, you calm it, it's curly. It's almost the same as, wetting it and shaking it. So if I didn't shake it, I just let it rest there. If I do something to it, then yeah, it'll be a hairstyle or a protective style. But most of the time it's like, well, it's growing, it's dry, it's cold outside, we'll put a hat on and call it a day. So, especially wintertime. And in the wintertime, I usually take up the slack with one of my wigs. Now, this is a full lace wig that I made. And you notice it's braided. Okay? So when I feel like having braids or whatever, it's easier to let the wig take the abuse as opposed to let my hair take the abuse. That way I can have a variety of styles, but not have to worry about, oh, you did this to your hair, you did that to your hair, now your hair is breaking off. Because my goal is to let my hair get back down to here. Well, it's right here now, but I need the hang time of letting it grow down to here, so that way when it gets wet and shrinks up to here, it's still on my shoulders instead of here, because you have to stretch it to get it to here because, I have 50% shrinkage basically. And that's one reason why I'm making this pink wig, because all my other wigs are black and my hair used to be black, well, dark brown or natural brown. But as you can tell, my hair is now raspberry twist pink, which a lot of times comes out red when I first do it, and then as it gets washed, it fades to a pink, and then, give 3-4 weeks after that, it fades to a much lighter pink, like this. And that's basically when it's time to re-dye it. But, okay, and that's another thing. People say, oh, dyeing your hair breaks it off. No, it doesn't. Bleaching your hair breaks it off. I don't use bleach. I use ion cream oil lightener. It basically lightens without bleach. But because it's a lightening bleaching product, it will cause damage if you use it too much. So as you could tell, I have roots, but the color's still vibrant because I only lighten my roots every 4th time I color. So when I lighten my roots and color it, then all of it's raspberry twist pink. And then as time goes on, like I lightened it, well, I dyed it back to the raspberry pink 2 weeks ago. But as you could tell, my roots are pink where my gray hair is, and then you see the black hair because it wasn't time to lighten it. I only do that every 4th time. So I end up with an ombre effect, as it were. Because that way I minimize the damage, because my hair is dark enough where if I try to put the pink on it, as you could tell, it won't take. It only takes where the hair has been lightened. And I'm not going to use a bleaching product. The stuff I use actually smells like nice and easy. When you put it on, and then by the finish, it smells almost like flowers. It does take a 20 volume developer. Some people might use 30. A crazy person might use 40, but 20 is good and it does the job. You don't want to use 10 for that because then it won't lighten anything. That's for deposit only. When I use the Adore Raspberry Twist color, I'm not using a developer with that. It's literally a pure pigment, semi-permanent, well, yeah, semi-permanent deposit only color. Basically, it's just, it smells like candy. Kind of looks like candy too. And there are videos on that. Also, someone has requested I do a tutorial on fenugreek. I have many videos on fenugreek and flax seeds already. So basically, I'm going to make a playlist, and if there's anything I missed in their requests, then I'll make a video relating to those things. Because right now, I have a video on fenugreek lotion, and it's a standard how to make a lotion video. And then I use fenugreek oil as the basis of the lotion. So there's no need for me to make a video on how to make lotion because there's already one there. And there's no need to make a video on how to make an infused lotion, which is the fenugreek lotion. So yeah, I'm not going to make the same thing I've already made, you know, when there's already a video I can just refer them to. There's a video on how to speed up an infusion of oil, you know, the fenugreek. Sometimes I infuse cloves. Sometimes I mean, this one here, that's a basil, cloves, coriander, and fenugreek oil. Oh, and hibiscus is in there as well. So if there's something I've already made, I'm not going to make a new video on it unless I'm updating the video I already got. Like, say for instance, maybe that one was too dark, or maybe it needs to be updated. But if I already have a video on it, you know, the basic information is the same, and then, you know, you can update what needs to be updated. I do probably need to make a new fenugreek and flaxseed gel video, because when I made that video, basically somebody that has dementia was doing all of this, you know, while I was trying to film, and a lot of that got cut out, and the only thing that was left was basically a shot of the product boiling in the water, but all the information that was in front of it and behind it is missing. Because, you know, for their privacy and for my sanity, I cut them out of the video. So I might need to make a remake of that particular video, but stuff that I've already made a video on, unless it seriously needs to be updated, you know, it doesn't need to be redone. So yeah, in the meantime, I'm finna get back to this. It's literally, I mean, this is the side, and I only got this much to do here. I did all of this during the Super Bowl. This was the part that was already there. And this took the longest because it was the frontal portion of the wig. So basically I did all single strand right there. This part I whipped out in a day. You know, a lot of this I whipped out in a certain time. As you can tell, the halo is still there, so basically I'm filling in from here to here today. That's what I did there. And then what will be left is from here to here, and that's all I have left to do. So yeah, I'm gonna go work on that and then bring you in for an update. We've already updated the brush situation. I'm going to check my videos and leave links for the fenugreek for the person that asked, and maybe I might redo that gel video. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. If I do redo the gel video, it's going to have to be in about a month because I have a lot of the gel here, because when I make a batch, I make a big batch, so that way I don't have to remake stuff. And I only have the one container that I put the gel in, so yeah. In the meantime, this has been People7 on Twitter and YouTube, People elsewhere on the internet. My blog is located at purplebutterfly-people.blogspot.com. My soaps, Purple Butterfly Soaps, are located at my purplebutterfly-soaps.myshopify.com. When I get on a tangent or lost in thought, my words don't, the aphasia. My words get jumbled up. But anyway, this has been People7. I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Y'all stay blessed and stay tuned. Bye.